My fellow Americans, I'm back with you. I'm still alive. That's kind of a miracle. This is probably the most serious video that I can do. It has the largest worldwide percussions. And I've been working on this one for about 5 years. You probably don't realize this. I put a 10-minute video on it, and I often work for 1,000 hours in the research and everything. I just don't remember. Some people are telling me they go to the net and they think you're getting reliable information. You're not. You're getting a lot of revisionist history and a lot of political opinion and subjectivism. The only way to get the accurate answers is you go to a graduate library, by the way. Okay, so the subject is the media. Wow. This is going to shock you, and it's complicated, so I have to do it in two. So it's Media 1 and then Media 2. I may have to do a third media, but I'm going to try to do it in two. Okay, here's my syllogism, and then I'm going to prove it. Before I give you my syllogism, I hope you're well enough educated to know that the media's responsibility from the beginning of the formation of this country, the founders wrote about this, and throughout the years people have wrote about it. They've written basically that the media's job is to give you the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, not to be subjective, to be objective on what has happened and what is happening or looks like it's even happening. Why? Because it's a democratic republic, and you vote the people in that form the laws and run the country, basically, from the president on down to the mayor or city council. If we lived in a small little community of 200 people and some Mr. Jones was running, you'd know him personally, and you wouldn't really need a media. Everything is passed around a small, 200 people society. But we live in, 300 million society. So how do you know what's the truth, what isn't the truth, what somebody says is true or not? The media's responsibility is to do that. And they kind of take an oath to do that. But CNN, NBC, CBS, they're extremely biased and not even worth watching, by the way. Fox is worth watching. However, they have bowed down to the fascist communists, which I'll prove to you and show you about. I've already proven you in all my 22 videos how this is a Democrat, it was established as a democratic republic, but is a Machiavellian communist nation now, full-blown, and getting worse by the moment. Okay, so my syllogism is the news media has blown it. They do not have enough guts, fortitude, or intellect to realize that they have blown it. They have blown it. It's probably about 50% their responsibility to the way the country is right now. At least 50%, maybe more. Because they've not informed you properly. They only broadcast things after they occur. And here's why. This is very important for you to understand. They have blown it. They have no balls, no gonads, I don't know how you want to say it, no guts. They're gutless wonders. Some of them are communists. Some of them are just want to stand by and watch. Some don't care about the American way. But they've really blown it, including Fox. And I'm going to prove this to you. Now, this is an emotional one to me. Because if the media had been doing its job since early 1900s, we wouldn't be in this position. We'd still be a democratic republic. People would still have the American dream. We wouldn't be fighting police actions, for example. They never report the results of the police actions. I mean, it should be obvious, 9 years in fighting an Islamic police action against the Islamics, and the only thing they've done is exasperated the position. But they never say that, okay? They never come out and say that to you. They say, well, this is going on, be loyal to your patriot, be patriotic, etc., etc., but they never say the truth anymore. Why don't they say the truth? This just was bewildering to me, just beyond my comprehension. So I made some contacts in the news media, in Fox. I won't obviously tell you his name, but somebody in management. And he would never say. And I have a fairly long relationship with him. But by bits and pieces, I was able to ascertain why they don't do this anymore. Even Fox, Fox tries at least. Because the federal government, through the FBI, threatens them. In fact, there's been some arrests. They've gone into some stations and they've taken the video, and they say it's of national importance, and they can take it away. What are you going to say against the FBI? They also threaten people in the FBI not to broadcast certain things, not to broadcast anything that's pursuing. You notice they don't do any investigative reporting anymore, don't you? Notice that? I hope you have. There hasn't been an investigative report, I think, since 9/11. It's true. There's a story I could tell you about that, but I can't substantiate it. So I'm going to tell you the stories I know that can be substantiated. Here's why they don't do it. They are literally afraid that the federal government, with the FBI, which is a fascist organization — I'm working on those guys, by the way, if you've seen some of my videos. They don't want to be fascists, but they're required to be. Have gone in, threatened, and under the Patriot Act, there is a clause. By the way, look up the Patriot Act. It's over 1,000 pages. Very hard to understand. But one of them is you can be federally arrested, prosecuted, and put away for I don't know how many years, it's not clear, for encouraging violence. There's been many, many people arrested, maybe thousands already, arrested for encouraging violence. Encouraging violence is you could look at somebody wrong and they can arrest you. You could look at them like you hate them and you want to they can arrest you for that. This is the absolute truth. You listen to how many fathers coming out of the courtroom when a judge lets some, rapist go free and rape his daughter, and he comes out and he says, "Oh, that judge should be killed." They arrest the guy. They've done it thousands of times. Sometimes you even hear it in the news media. Most of the time it's kept quiet because the media knows they don't want. Encouraging violence you can be arrested for. And it's a federal crime. And I'm telling you, you can verbalize or look wrong and they can arrest you. Okay. So that's what they do to the news media. The FBI has gone in. I don't know if they do it by letters or they talk to the high command. I'm not sure of the logistics, how they do it. But they threaten the news media, and especially Fox, by the way. Especially Fox. Boy, you better not broadcast anything until after the fact. After it has occurred, you can broadcast it. Can't talk about it beforehand because you will be encouraging violence or an illegal act. Doesn't even have to be violence. Better not broadcast it beforehand because then you're encouraging this individual that's giving you this information to do this crime. This is absolute truth. This is a shame, a pity, and it's an apostasy. It's beyond comprehension how the FBI does this. But they're ordered to do it, I guess, by some politicians or the president. I'm not sure the logistics. I've tried to find out, but I cannot find out. Okay. This is the absolute truth. Now I'm going to start giving you the proof behind this. June 9th, 2009, I delivered these papers to the Congress of the United States of America, Declaration of Independence. I followed our original declaration, and I declared my land independent nation. I delivered a lot of other papers, by the way. Okay? And I'm going to tell you how. I don't recommend you do this, by the way, because I'm going to tell you further about it. That'll discourage you. By the way, here is a picture of me in the building. Most people don't even know where the building is. And the Congress representative, there's a signature. He accepted these papers. There's a picture of the building. It's a hidden-away building, the only way you can get things into Congress. My time's running out. I got to read you this, and then I will tell you this further in the second video. Quote, this is in the Constitution of the United States of America, folks. The powers not delegated to the United States by its Constitution, in other words, powers outside the Constitution, nor prohibited by the states, are reserved to the states respectfully, comma, or the people. And you know what this means? It means anybody that owns land in the United States of America can declare his land an independent sovereign nation. And guess what? Civil War, all the states that joined the Confederacy first used this 10th Amendment to declare their independence. It's an absolute fact. It's been taken out of most libraries, but some graduate libraries you can find it. I have found it. It even mentions it on the net, but it doesn't say that's what they really used. They say that some people have used it.